What's up, other guys? This is my baby, or I guess juvenile ball python setup. Um, I've seen most people use a glass tank, but I've chosen to use like a plastic sterilite tank. It keeps the humidity pretty good. So just take the lid off. Um, Most people would use. I've seen people use paper towel for their uh substrate. The Aspen works pretty good too. I mean, either way you go, it's gonna be pretty good turnout. Um, you should have two hot boxes, one for the warm side, one for the cool side. Of course, a water dish on the cool side. It's my humidity gauge, my temperature on the front. See which one he's in. There he is now. He's a little normal ball python, about 8 months old. I got him 2 weeks ago from Exotic Underworlds in Savannah. Um, yeah, so you see he's moving around. It's about 11:40, so he's pretty much awake. Uh, Usually people don't use real wood in their tanks, but if you bake it in the oven for an hour at about 400, it should kill all of the bacteria in it, which I did, and it's been working out pretty good so far. Uh, he climbs on it pretty much all the time, and it's good for them when they're in shed. So yeah. Another thing about the Aspen substrate is very absorbent. So whenever he pees or whatever, you don't have to worry too much about it just staining or whatever. Let's see if I can get him out. He's pretty well managed. He doesn't bite. He's never nipped at me before. Um, he's a little active, I guess, when he wants to be. Otherwise, he's just, kind of lazy. Uh, he's, I don't know, I guess about a foot, maybe a foot and a half when you stretch him out. Um, yes, I probably need to change out his tank. You should change the water every day. This guy's feeding on about fuzzies right now. I'll give him usually about two a week. He doesn't seem to want to take anything bigger, so I'm gonna probably have to switch him sooner or later. But you see, get his head out. There he goes. He's pretty well managed. Uh, he's, I mean, he's a good feeder. He eats frozen thaw just fine. I've heard some ball pythons do not take frozen thaw because they have heat pits, so they would usually not take them. Um, but this guy, first time, he kind of checked it out, but after he had it, he was pretty cool about it. And he's a awesome eater. Uh, haven't quite got a name for him yet, but I'm trying to think of one. He's a male normal. He's really good coloration on him. He's really healthy. I got him for about 90, so it wasn't a bad price, I guess. The tank, the Sterilite tank, you can get it for about $8 at Walmart or any kind of place that sells like home goods. I use the plastic hot boxes because they're cheap, easy to make. Um, Pretty much you can cut out sort of a little hole, but if you do cut it out, make sure you sort of take a lighter or something and kind of melt the edges just a little bit so he doesn't cut himself when he's going into it. The wood, just keep him in there. The humidity I usually keep at about 60% or so, between 60 and 70. Let it never go too much higher. Um, you could, if your humidity is too low, you could use like a little spray bottle to spray down the size. For me, the water bowl pretty much supplies enough humidity for me. so I don't really spray it down, and it's been working out pretty good. You see, he's kind of checking everything out. He probably wants to get out. Let's see what else. Probably in a few more months or so, I'm probably gonna be getting a pastel female and breed him with. Well, when he gets a lot older, I guess. Probably sometime in a year or so, probably be breeding him with a pastel female. So, well, that's my baby ball python setup. Um, and it's very cheap. Overall, everything probably cost me about 20, 25 for the gauges and everything. For the temperature gauge, you probably want to use an electric one is very more precise. I have, wait, where is it? Like the standard gauges, they work out okay too, but I'd probably go myself for the electric temperature gauge. For the heating, I use a heat mat, the heat pad or whatever from ReptiMat, and a overhead heat lamp. So he could choose if he wants head heat or stomach heat. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much everything you need for your ball python setup, and it's been working for me. So guess I'm doing something right. Later, guys.